What's up, Raging Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yoon. You're watching a Raging Ronin review. Got a review for you. I saw Red Sparrow in IMAX. And this is the latest film from director Francis Lawrence. He directed Constantine, I Am Legend, and the 3 Hunger Games sequels, which of course starred Jennifer Lawrence. Now, Jennifer Lawrence is back collaborating again with Francis Lawrence in Red Sparrow. And when I thought of Red Sparrow from the title alone, you know, I can't help but think that, isn't this like a realistic take on Black Widow's solo film? Honestly speaking, it's kind of like that, just because it's about Russian spies, because that's what Jennifer Lawrence ends up playing. She's reluctantly turned into a spy. It's kind of like an erotic thriller, because she uses her body to manipulate the targets, the assets. No, not the assets, the targets. All right. She's trying to get intel, or at least her superiors, the people who the agency that I guess owns her, you know, wants her to get intel by using her body. So it's, you know, it's an erotic thriller. And, well, that's what it is. It's a spy movie. It's definitely a film in the spy genre. Now, when I saw the trailer for this thing, for this film, I was thinking that this is a film that's gonna have Jennifer Lawrence carry out the assassinations. It's actually really not like that. She's more of a pawn. So, in that sense, my expectations weren't really met in that department. I really thought that was what was going to happen, but it's more like she's just there as a pawn. She's just there for what she looks like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what it really is about. It's a film that also stars Joel Edgerton, and Joel Edgerton plays an American spy. And, you know, I like Joel Edgerton as an actor, but I thought that his character was written kind of weak. You know, I really liked him in the beginning. He was exercising his spy skills and what it's like to be a spy on the other side. But then he started getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And I'm, you know, that's the way his character was written. But I thought that, you know what, they wrote his character off. Like, they totally wrote his character right off. And it was like a decline in his character. And, like, at the end of the day, Jennifer Lawrence is the main protagonist. And she's the strong lead in this film. Which is kind of an interesting dynamic, because she started off weak and she was getting more of the upper hand, whereas Joel Edgerton started off strong and he's more on the decline. So what an interesting dynamic. Definitely was a change of pace for me. It's something I didn't expect to see, but I guess this film is full of surprises. As for the film itself, you know, I like the development at the beginning of the film. You know, it's got a very interesting, intriguing beginning. It's very, very engaging. The ending is also quite, you know, it's quite intense, but everything in between is just kind of like a bunch of random events where it's easy to get lost in. And I think that's the part where it kind of throws you off a bit, because this seems to happen a lot with a lot of spy films. You get lost along the way because you really don't know whose side people are on, and you really have to follow the dialogue, and it doesn't make it that much easier when there's a lot of accents going on. But maybe that's my fault for not really paying attention. But like, there's a lot of spy films that I've seen before, like really hardcore spy films, like especially Cold War era spy films, where there's not a lot of action going on, but you just get lost in all the spy talk, all the double crosses, and all the spy mumble jumble and all that covert stuff. It just gets a little bit too much, to the point where, like, is he a double agent, or is he which side are they on? And that's where it loses me. Somewhere in the end, I mean, somewhere in the middle, I got lost. And I'm trying to really, really understand what the heck is going on. But then it's one of those films where everything wraps up in the end, where they tell you what it's all about and how it all went down. And it's kind of like those mystery wrap-up moments. Like, they wrap up the mystery by just kind of telling you how it all goes down in the at the end of the movie. And, you know, I guess that's okay, but, you know, it's kind of like a cheap way to wrap things up, and I guess that was my main issue with this film. But I do like it. I do like it. I don't think it's a bad film. I do think it's a good film. Jennifer Lawrence plays this character really, really well. I know a lot of people were complaining about the accent. I mean, there was one moment, in my opinion, where her accent was lost. Actually, it was really, really evidently lost. but like I didn't care. I don't know very much about accents. She sounded Russian to me, right? I don't care that the fact that her character's name is Dominika, and that's not a Russian name. But you know, as long as she portrayed the role well, and I thought she did a great job. It was very, very believable. She's a great actress. She really plays it with a with a lot of emotion, and there's a lot of stakes here. You know what I'm saying? And it was a pretty intense film, but like I said before, somewhere in the middle, it was just too much that they really focused so much on all of this like mystery to the point where I totally got lost in the middle. And this movie did not need to be 2 hours and 20 minutes long. For a film like this, it really didn't need to be like that. I thought if they tightened it up a bit, they could really have a more well-paced film. Because like I said, great beginning, great ending, but in the middle, it just kind of dragged because there was a lot of going back and forth, and then that's where it loses you. But that's just me. Anyways, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's a good movie if you really are into the genre, and if you're a fan of Jennifer Lawrence, do check this out. This is definitely a very different role for her, and it almost feels like it's like a version of the Hunger Games, especially near the beginning of the movie. It's just a very like, it has a Hunger Games type of feel to it at the beginning of the movie, and you will know why when you watch it. Especially during the training. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this movie. For Jennifer Lawrence fans of the genre, and yeah, 6.5 out of 10. As always, if you enjoyed this review and you want to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Raging Nation, also follow me, Twitter, Raging Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.